Assalamu alaikum. 6 p.m. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Kanooz Ashraf. First, the headlines. Prime Minister has embarked upon a two-day visit to Saudi Arabia and United Arab Emirates. Prime Minister Imran Khan has said Pakistan is working with the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees for voluntary repatriation of the Afghan refugees to their homeland. Government presented supplementary budgetary proposals for the current fiscal year in the National Assembly today to generate additional revenue of 183 billion rupees. National Assembly today passed a motion moved by Foreign Minister authorizing the Speaker to constitute a committee to finalize terms of reference for probing the alleged rigging in general election 2018. Joint Resistance Leadership has appealed to the Kashmiri people to completely boycott the so-called municipal and local bodies elections in the held territory. China has vowed to retaliate additional US tariffs on imports from Beijing. United Nations investigators in their report have declared Myanmar's army responsible for genocide against the Rohingya Muslim minority. Now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan has embarked upon a two-day visit to Saudi Arabia and United Arab Emirates. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi, Finance Minister Asad Umar, Minister for Information and Broadcasting Fawad Chaudhry, and Advisor on Commerce Abdul Razak Dawood are accompanying the Prime Minister. He is visiting Saudi Arabia on the invitation of Saudi King Salman bin Abdulaziz and Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Prime Minister Imran Khan has said that Pakistan is working with the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees for voluntary repatriation of the Afghan refugees to their homeland. Responding to the points raised by Akhtar Mingal regarding the status of Afghan refugees and Bengalis in the National Assembly today, the Prime Minister said his party had signed an agreement with BNP Mingal for the return of these refugees. He, however, said that under the International Convention, the refugees cannot be forced to go back to their homeland. The Prime Minister pointed out that Bengali families have been living in Karachi over the last 50 years. He said the policy regarding the settlement of Bengali families will be formulated after taking inputs from the parliamentarians. The government today presented supplementary budgetary proposals for the current financial year in the National Assembly to generate additional revenue of 183 billion rupees. Presenting the amendments to the Finance Act 2018 in the House, Minister for Finance Asad Umar said the new proposals are based on the philosophy of putting no additional burden on poor and provide relief for export-oriented industries. Explaining the plan, the minister said 92 billion rupees would be collected through use of modern technology to detect tax evasion. Measures proposed for collection of 91 billion rupees include increase in tax on banking transactions other than cash from the existing 0.4 to 0.6%, increased tax on tobacco, doubling of federal excise duty on vehicles of 1800 cc and above, and increase of taxes on some luxury items and pricey mobile phone sets. Asad Umar said exemption limit for income tax will remain unchanged. The Finance Minister also announced some relief measures for different segments of the society. Petroleum Development Levy worth 100 billion rupees as envisaged in the current budget has been withdrawn for the benefit of the people. Regulatory duty imposed by the previous government in the budget on 82 tariff lines has been abolished for raw material meant for export-related industries. Asad Umar said the Prime Minister has given directions for release of 4.5 billion rupees immediately for restart of construction work on 8,276 houses for workers. Approval has been given for construction of 10,000 additional houses in the second phase. Addressing a news conference after presenting supplementary budget in the National Assembly, Finance Minister Asad Umar said the measures announced today are not the part of reforms program of the government, but they are immediate necessary steps to meet the current economic crisis. He said reforms in the FPR will be introduced within a month. Pakistan and the European Union have agreed to strengthen their trade and economic ties. The agreement came at a meeting between National Assembly Speaker Asad Kaisar and a delegation of the European Union in Islamabad today. Speaking on the occasion, the speaker said Pakistan has greatly overcome terrorism. He said foreign investors are investing in Pakistan. National Assembly today passed a motion authorizing the Speaker to constitute a committee to finalize terms of reference regarding probe into the allegations of rigging in the general elections 2018. The committee will be constituted in consultation with Leader of the House and Leader of the Opposition. The motion moved by Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi said that the committee will take further steps as mandated in the TORs. Finance Minister Asad Omar laid before the Senate a copy of the Finance Supplementary Amendment Bill 2018. The senators may prepare recommendations on the money bill and submit them to the Senate Secretariat within 3 days. This is Radio Pakistan. In occupied Kashmir, the Joint Resistance Leadership has reiterated its appeal to the Kashmiri people to completely boycott the so-called municipal and local bodies elections in the territory. According to Kashmir Media Service, the leadership comprising Sayyid Ali Gilani, Mirwais Umar Farooq and Muhammad Yasin Malik, in a statement in Srinagar, termed the election drama enacted by India as a political gimmick to hoodwink the international community. The JRL said that the so-called elections could not be the substitute to the internationally recognized right to self-determination of the Kashmiri people. Pakistan has called for de-escalation of violence in Afghanistan to create an atmosphere for the negotiated peace process. Permanent representative of Pakistan to the United Nations, Dr. Maliha Lodi, while taking part in a debate at the United Nations Security Council, said there is no military solution to the Afghan conflict. She said Prime Minister Imran Khan has been advocating on a political settlement to bring peace and stability in Afghanistan. In Afghanistan, at least 9 police personnel have been killed following suspected insider attack in northern province of Balkh. According to police sources, the incident occurred in Char Bulak district when a police officer shot and killed 9 of his comrades in a security checkpoint before fleeing the scene. China has vowed to retaliate against any further U.S. tariffs on its imports, saying it has ample fiscal and monetary policy tools to cope with the impact. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson, during a news briefing in Beijing today, said the United States' current unilateral trade actions cannot be accepted by China. Earlier, the United States had announced to impose new tariff on $200 billion worth of Chinese goods, escalating a trade war with Beijing. United Nations investigators have declared Myanmar's army responsible for genocide against the Rohingya Muslim minority. According to a 444-page probe report released by United Nations today, an estimated 10,000 people were killed in the crackdown, and that was likely a conservative figure. Syria has welcomed the Russian-Turkish deal on establishing a demilitarized zone in Idlib province. The Syrian Foreign Ministry spokesperson said in Damascus today the deal came after intensive consultations and full coordination between the Russian and Syrian side. 2 Palestinians have been martyred in an Israeli missile attack in Gaza Strip. In a separate incident in Beit Rima village in the occupied West Bank, another Palestinian was beaten to death by Israeli soldiers during a raid on his home. Russia has accused Israel of indirectly causing a Russian military plane to be shot down near Syria's Mediterranean coast and threatened to retaliate against Israel for what it described as a hostile act. Talking to Russian state television in Moscow today, Defense Ministry spokesman Igor Koshenkov said that the 15 service personnel have also been perished in the incident. Cricket. In the Asia Cup cricket tournament in Dubai, India were 117 for 1 in 21.2 overs a short while ago. Earlier, Hong Kong had won the toss and elected to field first. And finally, the weather report. Mainly dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com Radio Pakistan News Official.